motor takeoffs is just on another level, man. Going underneath the Verrazano Bridge. Woo! Oh man. Haha. Yeah, approaching 2 hours. Alright guys, welcome to another episode of JB360. It's been a minute since I've actually ridden the N6, the 72 volt version, and as mentioned in my previous N6 video, I wanted to do a range test on the 30 amp hour pack. This is the Samsung pack. I'm not sure if these are like 50Es or whatnot, so, but give or take, this is a Samsung pack, and we're going to be testing out the full range capabilities of this scooter. Now, for today's test, I'm going to be mainly in mode 2 in dual motors, and going to be flipping in between mode 2 and mode 3. I think on the faster roads I'll flip it onto mode 3 if I need to. I still got to get used to the scooter, man. It's been a minute since I've ridden one of these things. What's up, man? Woo! I think his battery just died. Man, this thing is so fast, bro. Dual motor takeoffs is just on another level, man. I gotta get used to riding a scooter because I've been working on other projects, mainly e-bike stuff, and I haven't really gotten a chance to ride this, ride the Nanrobot. So it's gonna take some getting used to again. So quick. Now, as with all my range tests, I try to ride as aggressive as I can, just to kind of get that sort of real world range number in case you do want to open it up and just kind of like stick to that mode 2 and mode 3 type of range. What the hell? Why does it do that? Another reason why I don't like the park brake feature. Like if you're at a stoplight and then you literally forget about it. Like I don't even remember that shit. It's just like really annoying, you know? Like if you're at a stoplight and then you like hit the brakes and you don't hit the brakes, you're kind of like stuck, you know? Thing just conquers hills like nothing. It's crazy. Staten Island is all hills, guys, so it's going to be a lot of incline situations. kind of annoying. It's like, when do I get to regen? When we get to our next checkpoint, I will do a voltage check just to kind of see where we're at. Oh yeah, gotta love it, especially in Staten Island when you have a lot of roads like this. It's like a lot of kind of like naturey, foresty areas here. This is the borough of Parks, as they call it. So yeah, it's nice over here. Oh yeah, it takes those turns real nice, actually. Woo. Very nice. Man, this thing is awesome, man. The deck is like such a good size in terms of just overall stance and like foot placement. As with any scooter or PEV, you want to do your best to try and avoid any deep potholes or ditches, of course, especially with these small wheels. They do not fare well on bad speed bumps or bad potholes. Great Kills Park. It's a pretty decent sized park over here, actually. We've gotten a number of fox sightings here. And you know, we get a lot of the New Jersey wildlife, like the deer, obviously, and turkeys all around. Turkeys kind of overrun Staten Island a little bit. Well, just a reminder that I weigh about 200 pounds, so this range test is reflective of sort of like mid to heavy type rider. I'm in no means fat, it's just you know, got a lot of muscle, you know what I'm saying? It's all in the arms, man, and the shoulders. It's pretty nice over here, guys. Not too bad. All right, guys, so we've done about 10 miles and we've lost about like 3 volts, I would say. Not too bad. Doing pretty good so far. So guys, for those of you who don't know, my very first PV, when I started getting into like e-bikes and scooters and stuff like that, was the Nanrobot, the D6, man. I don't think it was the Plus. I think it was just the regular D6, but it was like the first generation that came out of those scooters, and man, I loved it at first. You know, like probably the first like 10-15 miles was super enjoyable, especially just keeping it in dual motors and Mode 3. But what I did notice was they did sort of like cheapen out on the battery. I don't know what kind of cells they were using, but I mean, it definitely wasn't Samsung's. Because like after maybe about 15 miles, or I would say even 12 miles, the battery sag was very noticeable. And there are some times where the scooter would cut off and then cut back in. Like it was insane. And then I was running on E at some point. I remember one of my rides with the D6, and I was banking a turn. And just mind you, I was just like new to scooters and everything like that, so I was banking a turn. And then the scooter shut off, so I had no throttle. Like I was going at it slow, and I had no throttle. And when the scooter shut off, I just like planted on the floor. It was really bad. Went with a Nanrobot. I sold it like maybe like 3 months after using it. And yeah, man, you'll see them on Marketplace a lot. They're kind of like the old generation. So I'm kind of glad that the company has, you know, well, first of all, they've increased the amounts of they've increased their lineup of scooters, which is nice, kind of like targeting different consumers and stuff like that. But just improving the battery. I mean, going with Samsung cells was definitely the right move. Either you go with like Samsung moly cell, or even like licensed cells and stuff like that. Like, I think overall the quality will just speak volumes for itself. Alright, 41 on mode 2. On not a full charge, pretty good. That over there, that bridge that you see in the distance, that is Verrazano Bridge. That is one of the most expensive bridges in New York. It's like 16 bucks, like round trip, if I'm not mistaken. Going underneath the Verrazano Bridge. It's pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. Man, this scooter's a beast. It just eats hills for breakfast, man. Alright, so we traveled a total of 17 miles and we're at about 76.2 volts. And when I was living in Brooklyn, I used to just take my e-board out and just ride along Ocean Parkway. It's like this long strip of road, and just stay in the service road and just freaking carve for like 2 hours straight. It was amazing. It was like the best feeling, honestly. Just kind of just riding, and you know, I almost consider it like almost like a form of like meditation, almost. But yeah, guys, how many of y'all in the comments like to do some night riding? You know, when it's not busy in the road, just kind of like chill here, like on the bike lane, for instance, and just, you know, just go as far as you can. Want to get a head start before all those cars start coming, because they come off of the highway here, off of the service road, and they go pretty fast. So I want to try and get a head start as much as I can, because Staten Island drivers are some of the worst drivers in New York City. Okay. Not the best decision. Oh my gosh, this road is terrible. Woo. Whoa, this is some bumpy ass road. Oh man, they gotta do some work here. Holy moly, that road is terrible. What was that? Whoa. That was crazy, dude. That was a crazy series of bumps. I was literally holding on to the handlebar for dear life. That thing was just shaking like crazy. All right, here we go. This is Todd Hill. I did a hill climbing test here with my X-Class, actually, one of my early videos, and it wasn't even. It was like there was no issue with it at all. Getting up this hill, any high-power PEV you take up Staten Island hills, you will have no issues with, which I guess could say the same for like hills in other states and stuff like that. But we do have some really gnarly hills here, and whenever I do sort of like range tests or like full review videos, you know, take into account a lot of it is like inclines and hills and stuff like that. So yeah, this is a great area over here to ride in, especially at night. Especially if there's no cars, you just have one lane to yourself, pretty much. All right, traveling a total of 22 miles, and we're at about half charge, about 50%. I've been really gunning this thing, especially on mode 2 and mode 3. So yeah, guys. So far, so good, I think. We may hit the 30-mile mark, which will be kind of where we'll start to see a lot of voltage sag and sort of a dip in top speed. So, you know, if you guys wanted, right? If you guys weren't sort of satisfied with the range, you can actually get a range extender. I think they sell them at like alienrides.com, if I'm not mistaken. But so they, yeah, Alien Rides sells this pretty cool range extender for scooters. It's basically in this like bag that like hangs in front of your handlebars, and you can basically just parallel that battery over to your stock one, which is pretty cool. But yeah, if you guys are looking to extend that range, I think they sell them in like 10 or 15 amp hours, if I'm not mistaken. These angel eye lights are actually kind of nice, just for kind of illuminating the ground in front of you. But I would like sort of like a nicer, wider light span, you know. Woo! It's definitely creepy, a little creepy. I'm hoping no deer pop out, because that has happened before. Oh my gosh. All right, let's see how bright the stem light is. Oh, it's not really bright. It's honestly, it's just for other cars to see you. Acts as like a secondary light, but it doesn't really do much in terms of lighting up in front of you, which is understandable. Yeah, approaching 2 hours. We're at 71.2 volts, and we are at close to approaching 30 miles. That's pretty crazy. Dude, oh my gosh, why do people do that? I hate that shit, man. Bro, why do people, when they make a left turn, they swing right? That's the stupidest thing. They did not teach you that in freaking driving school, man. It's your dumbass parents that taught you how to drive, so your dumbass is driving on the road right now. Sorry, that's my rant. That's my road rage rant. Sorry, guys. But gosh damn, man, I hate when they do that, dude. They swing a right to make left, bro. The only people that should be doing that are trucks, man. Not with a fucking sedan, bro. It's a freaking Nissan Altima. All right, we're here at the mall. About to go get some Shake Shack. Some late night grub. Probably gonna get something small. Alright guys, just had some Shake Shack. And we are about to embark on the last part of our journey. Oh shit, I just realized my lights were up. That's not good. Wowzers. Trust me guys, I was not doing that to save battery. Hands are getting cold now. Mustang, I'm not racing you at my full voltage. Oh. Man, I hope that was not bird poop. I felt like a liquid hit my head. Alright, well guys, according to our GPS and our tripometer, we've traveled a total of about 34.5 miles, and the voltage that we have left is 67.8, which is pretty good. Like I said, I'm assuming the cutoff is probably around like 65 or 64. That's usually standard for a lot of 72 volt systems, but yeah, I mean, that's pretty impressive. I've been riding for over 2 hours, and legs are starting to get tired. But yeah, guys, I mean, this is the, I guess you could call it the official range test for this N6 72 volt edition by Nanrobot. I mean, this is the second video I've done with this, and honestly, it's really, really fun to ride. I mean, if you enjoy going fast, you have that speed itch. The only thing I would say, and the one thing that's really preventing me from rating this a 5 out of 5 is honestly that parking feature. And I thought you could actually change it in the settings, in the P settings, but I don't think you can. And hopefully this is something that Nanrobot, if you're listening, can possibly work on, is getting rid of that park feature. I don't think it's very useful. I know you're trying to prevent people from whiskey throttling and stuff like that, but I think people, you know, with the trigger throttle, you know, you're more or less than likely to do sort of a whiskey throttle. You know, I don't see the harm in taking out that parking feature. It's just really annoying, especially if you're at a stoplight and you're, you know, wanting to just take off from the line. You can't because the parking feature is on. You have to hit the brake on your scooter to disable it. So it's kind of annoying. You know, I wouldn't say it's a big deciding factor if you're considering the scooter, but just keep in mind that parking brake feature. What I would probably do is, if you're at like a stoplight, I would just kind of like have your brakes suppressed, you know, either one or both of them, and just kind of like hold it there, and the brake feature won't turn on, is what I've been observing from this ride. So anyways, guys, hope you all enjoyed this episode, this range test video for the N6 72 volt from Nanrobot. And yeah, if y'all enjoyed the content, please be sure to give a like, maybe even subscribe, and comment. Let me know if you guys liked the video, if you guys didn't like the video, if you're thinking about getting the N6, let me know in the comments. And yeah, we'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.